agent and save big.
I read about it online. Thought, why not? Nothing. Are you right?
It's gonna go live in like 2 seconds.
Sorry.
Oh, you have to mute it.
Hold on, I can't get there.
Are you right?
It's gonna go live in like 2 seconds. All right, guys, it's officially live.
Hold on,
Carrie is trying to mute her.
I'm trying to mute it. Give me just half a
Let's see her unmute.
All right, guys. It's officially
That was
live.
hilarious.
Carrie is trying to mute her.
I'm trying to mute it. Give me just half a
Let's see her unmute.
All right, guys. It's officially
That was
live.
hilarious.
Carrie is trying to mute her.
Okay, I think we've done this right now, y'all. That was like a cacophony of sound.
I'm so sorry.
Well, once you had that going, Carrie, then I had the YouTube going, and it was like waiting for me to close a window. It was a hilarious mesh.
That was the best, and I couldn't figure out what I was hearing, if I was hearing on Zoom.
I was hearing all of the things, and I love that that is I love that that is the moment that we get started, and you're just like, all right, let's pray for us before we begin. And then it's like the barrage of all the sounds. So if you just jumped on and had a barrage of sound, I apologize. That was so not how we wanted to start tonight. But
welcome to how we roll.
I was just going to say, but if you're joining us, and I haven't introduced you before to my beautiful co-host, Carrie, here is Carrie Bosick, and something wonderful that you may not know about her is that Carrie was not a cat person until this year.
You guys, nobody ever told me I was a cat person until I got a cat. Granted, apparently from what we've heard, he's a very good cat. So maybe I just don't have a lot of cat experience.
But the experience you have is good cat experience.
He's awesome. He's such a great cat. Speaking of cat, I saw Cat on here. Hey.
Hey, Cat.
He just turned
Hey,
30.
Cat. Different cat, different kind of cat, but
yeah,
reminiscent of cat. So
just
tell us, are you a cat person or a dog person? That's how we're going to kick off tonight, guys.
But don't be a jerk of a dog person, because I have realized that dog people can be kind of jerks.
Whatever. No, you're just cat people or dog people. I'm a dog people. I do love the ease of cats, but quite frankly,
see, I think the real thing is that I'm not an animal person, but I have kids who love animals, and the cat's just like, hey, Carrie, how's it going?
Forced to be,
and we maintain our distance. We snuggle a little, and then we're fine.
Yeah, I would say, in general in life, don't be a jerk, dog or cat person. But quite frankly, I'm a dog person.
Or just person. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah, just person. Don't be. Yeah. All right. Oh, and Kechi's on here. Yay! She is a dog person. Deborah E is both. All right, guys, we've got 13 people on here, and I'm not saying it's a race or like a winner-loser thing, but I am going to say right now it looks like dogs could be in the lead. So if you're a cat person and you're one of these 13 people on and you have not voted yet, I'm just going to say.
You know me.
They're species, right? They're species. Kingdom, phylus, genus, species. So your species might lose. Yeah. Oh, Brooke says cat. Hey, Botters. Cat Stommer is a dog person.
I know.
Just saying.
I know she is. She's really nice. She's nicer than I am. So she's nicer.
So she's a dog person. Backwoods Roots, dog person. And David Glendinning says he has been owned by cats most of his life. You know what? That is a fair way to say it. And I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That you lost your last batch of Rainbow Bridge crossers. That is sad.
Lily, so we have a dog too. She just got a bath the other day and goes outside, comes back in like 5 minutes later. She stinks so bad. The cat never smells.
I have kids and they go outside and 5 minutes later come in and they stink. What
No.
do they smell like outdoors for? Like they smell so strongly of something pungent just from letting the wind blow through them. They're gross.
Yes. And
Cats are a lot less maintenance. Unless you have a crazy cat like mine who disappears. I think you guys know about Hoover. Like he disappears for a week and a half and we don't see him and he comes back straight up busted. I drove late on our road the other night and I saw him crossing like quarter of a mile, half a mile down the road. So he's kind of crazy. TT says, unless you have a clean dog, they do not stink.
But we like try to, we try to clean it. I don't.
There is such a thing as dry dog shampoo. It also smells bad. Don't ask how I know. So, my lovely, beautiful co-host, Carrie, you guys know her as my bestie. And if you're just jumping on and you don't know this, you can follow Carrie at Where the Mudlings Are on Instagram. She is all things beautiful and lovely. She reminds you to stop and see what's in between the lines, because in between the lines are wonderful things. And it's between where you are and where you want to be. And then there's this whole great adventure on in the middle. And Carrie reminds me that words are lovely. And she's the one who inspired me to be a reader. And it's one of the best things to homeschool long distance now with her and have that philosophy that, you know, your kids are supposed to smell like sunshine and dirt by the end of the day, right? That they're supposed to get down on the ground with caterpillars and wonder about the clouds in the sky and have ridiculous conversations about silly things that form who they are. So this is Carrie, and she and I have been able to build doTERRA businesses side by side over the last, is it 5 years now, 6 years now? Almost 6 for you. Almost 6 for Carrie. So if you ever wonder if doTERRA will ruin your relationships, I'll tell you, not only will it not do that, but it will bring you some of the most wonderful people ever. Yes.
Did you see what Ashley just wrote?
I see Casey Contreras right there.
Ashley told her boss she's resigning.
Yes, Ashley. Yes.
That's amazing.
So Ashley is part of the Bodder Homestead, Carrie, and she was on our business call just the other day. Remember where we were talking about like
Ashley, I've been texting.
Yes. Good. I think that's awesome. So yeah, you can meet some of the most amazing people through doTERRA.
Ooh, and there's my mom. My mom's Lori. She's
also some of the most amazing people. So you guys are going to see tons of people who are on our team. Casey's here. She's on our team as well. So people who already know us and love us and have said, let's do this oil thing together. Ooh, Bo, good emojis. Then there are going to be some who maybe just really like to sit back and just in and learn. It's great. So let me run down with you what Monday nights are all about. And then we have to hear from you guys tonight, even if you're a lurker, like you just like to sit back and be quiet and listen and learn, and that's good. But tonight we want to hear from you about 2 different things. The first thing we want to hear from you are ideas for classes in the future. We had this great commitment with our team to do 12 weeks of oil classes right here on YouTube. And at the end of this month, that 12 weeks will conclude. So we want to keep this going only if you guys want to have more content. Remember, we don't care if you're on our team or someone else's team or use a totally different brand of oils. Come here for education and community. We know we're going to have an oil class on oils in the garden. That's one thing people are like, tell us more about that. So we'll definitely have oils in the garden. But what else do you want to hear about? So let us know that. And if it's your first time here, if you've never been on a Monday night live, every day I'm oiling, then let us know because we want to say, hey. Yes, Prepper's Guide to Essential Oils. Good job, Bo. I like how he's like, hey, we haven't seen each other literally all day. I'm going to tell you right now what I want you to do in the oils class.
I think that would be awesome.
Sitting right
I would
there.
totally
I think
teach a Prepper's class with you.
It's pretty amazing. We've done one local before, and it was it was fire. I'm just gonna say.
But I would want to like wear a helmet.
Yes, I think we should wear tinfoil helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what all the preppers do. Guys, I have so much to share for a prepper's guide to essential oil, especially because we bought this property. I'm just gonna say maybe both thought the world was ending. Like he may have thought Jesus was just over yonder that cloud. Just saying.
But look how great it's turned out.
Yay! This is so good. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Oils and fleas, mosquitoes, other bitey insects. Good, good, good. Absolutely. And that goes really well in the country for sure. Maybe something a little DIY-y might need to happen, Carrie. You know how we feel about that.
DIY.
Okay. And for those of you who are already like, hey, I'm going to risk it and I'm going to comment right here, Bo's going to post a link to our giveaway. Let's talk about our giveaway tonight. It is Bo's very favorite oil. Doesn't leave home without it. Past tense. And just because sometimes we lose some of you guys before.
Wait, you're giving my oil away?
This isn't used. This isn't used. This is.
But I lose them.
Bo's number one. I order these guys like 3 a month because I have an irresponsible husband who lets them go through the laundry.
Whoa, come on.
This is so good. Yeah, but can't have
This is
it.
one of my faves.
That I can't see your face or your really bad haircut. And I can say that out loud because his haircut's only bad because of me. It's a really bad haircut.
I mean,
okay, yay! Oh, Michael Lee's on and he says, past tense rocks. It really does. Okay, for those of you who don't have your oils yet, right? You're not working with somebody else. We want you to honor that. Yay, Jen, you're on. I'm actually just about to send you one of these, Jen. So this is our oil keychain that we're going to give to anyone who's getting started with oils like tonight. So if you want to enroll with Carrie or enroll with me, you just need to let us know. We'll send you a link. And you're going to get this cute little package. I don't know if you can see it in my light well, but there's 8 little slots with these tiny little bottles of oil because oils work best when you take them with you. They work best when you have them when you need them, and you don't have to turn to something more toxic or harmful. So we're going to talk about a bunch of the things that you can use oils for tonight, and that's your step 2. Let us know why you can't. What are your top health concerns? Because out of every week, we have talked about oils and education is coming up next week, actually. We have talked about oils and kids with special needs, oils and DIY, oils and hormones, and babies and mamas, and all these lists of things with really very specific topics. Today, we're going to talk about Essential Oils 101. What is an oil? Where does it come from, right? What oils are going to meet your specific needs? Because some of you have been on here and you're like, I've got oils for years, but I don't know how to use them. You definitely know what you need. You know what you need for like yourself, your body, your family. Maybe not the oil that you need, but you know the issue that you need to help or deal with. And some of those might be like head or neck tension. So be writing these down in the comments so that we know how to answer your questions. It might be upset tummies. Like if you're pregnant or know someone who is, it might be just more sickness. This could be low mood or like an overwhelming like season of sadness or season of overwhelm. It could be a simple thing, but what are those top things that helped you get here tonight where you thought, man, if I could solution for this, I'd feel great. Now you don't like have to worry about if you put something in the comments, we're going to hunt you down or we're going to make sure that you buy and get harassed by us. It's just roll. But if you want help tonight, we're going to make sure we help you get that before you get off the chat tonight. So we've got 20 people on so far, a bunch of people taking time in the comments. Let us know you're here and you're active by clicking that thumbs up button. And then we'll have a better gauge of who all is here and listening. And it's okay if you don't want to leave a comment, but if you do, then we'll be able to help you we'll give you the most help we can tonight, and you'll get the most out of our time. Sound good, guys? Awesome, and Ketchy, I see your comment. That's great. So Lubrious Farms, if you've got some specific things. Fat Lady Farmer, I don't know you, but I feel like we would be good friends just from your name. This is great. Let us know your top health goals that you've got going on. Casey, if you've got any new ones since we chatted last, let me know. Rockablades, TT, Backwoods Roots, The Wood Post. I think our open questions are really helpful. People are like, yeah. Deborah E., if you guys have questions about oils, now is the time to holler them out in these questions or in these comments, and let's help. All right, the Botterfs, we've got more energy and oil. Carrie, is coffee on your list for your 60-day challenge?
Yeah, that was one of the things that I asked my trainer. I was like, hey, can I please keep drinking? Like, am I allowed to keep drinking coffee with coconut cream and a smidge of like 3 cups a day, possibly?
Like
he was
2
like,
full pots. That's
he was
it.
like, yes, Carrie, that's the least of our concerns. He's
well,
like,
you know,
no more dark chocolate mint creams from Trader Joe's.
You don't need that negativity in your life. Kick him to the curb. He's useless.
I told him that I was eating like not a couple at a time, but like a handful at a time. And he goes, and how do you feel after that? I'm like, so happy. So happy.
Completely satisfied. I know.
And he's like, for how long, Carrie? I'm like, forever.
Until I get the next handful, buddy.
So good. So
hey guys, if you ever wanted to know what it's like to have a husband who harasses you online whilst you are doing an oils class, just check out those comments.
Really smell like a hippie's armpit?
Why are you smelling hippies' armpits? That's my question. Can we really have the owner of the channel trolling the comments? Come on now. All right, guys, I think we're ready to jump in. Let's get after this. If you have oils in your life already, then I highly recommend you grab your favorite one out of your little oils kit. And let's start. So for me, I'm going to grab some wild orange. And here's how you use oils, guys.
Peppermint.
Remember, we get to hang out with you guys for about an hour longer if you have more questions. But here's what's really helpful. For someone to show you how to use oils. So you're just going to hold it to the side. You're going to see a little drop form on it. Give it some gravity help. And that's it. This is a drop of wild orange. Put it in your hands, rub it together, and then breathe in. Oil about this far away, but if you're used to them, you can just breathe in deeply. So I chose orange because it's a great pick-me-up oil. If we were in the same room, guys, I would probably pass around to you some wild orange and some peppermint. You could do what I just did, or simply open the bottle and breathe it in. Carrie, which oil did you use?
Peppermint, of course.
Oh my gosh. We were like making the perfect combination. If you guys don't like cheesy chats, this is not the YouTube for you tonight because it's going to be cheesy. But we honestly didn't even plan that. Best, yeah, funny and fun. Okay, so Carrie, tell us why you chose peppermint tonight.
Peppermint's my gateway.
Very, very awesome, Gallagher.
So peppermint was my gateway oil. This was like first time I went to a class and heard Kelly teach, which was really how we met. Like we met in passing previously. And then I go to this class, Kelly's teaching, she passes around peppermint, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this in my life, pronto. I had extremely severe head and neck tension very frequently, and couldn't find anything to help with that. And so I like by how it felt in my head, peppermint, I knew peppermint would be a good solution for us. And I called, driving home, I called my mom. I was like, hey, you need to get some essential oils. You're gonna love this. You're gonna be stoked about this. And today she's one of my leaders.
Yeah, I love it. So peppermint was the gateway. Let's talk about like what peppermint does chemically, what's beneficial about peppermint, and all of them can imagine that they had this in their hands at home.
Yeah. Well, what I love about it and why not only is it my gateway happy oil, but it's a vasodilator. So it dilates your blood vessels. It's going to help more blood get to your brain, help you feel more alert. It's also very cooling. And I just ran back from the gym to hop on here, so I'm kind of sweaty and gross.
So now you're super cooling, like air conditioning on your body.
Like air conditioning, cooling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and you can feel the cooling as it goes in your nose.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
You don't look weird at all.
So it just helps to open things up in your sinuses. So we love to use this with like any sort of seasonal threats, anything like that. It's just going to help open up the airways, bring more oxygen through those dilated blood vessels. It's great for energizing. And yeah, an AC in a bottle. I love that, Casey. It totally is. Peppermint and lavender, I'll make into a spray. I'm a Colorado girl at heart, living in Texas. I was raised in Colorado. I still get pretty angry in the summer here. So I make my Texas spray out of peppermint and lavender in just a little spray bottle. And I spray it on the back of my thighs, which I didn't know could drip sweat the way
they do
in this state.
Yeah.
Like pouring down. Gross. So I sprayed, I put peppermint. Back of my neck, back of my thighs.
I love it. All right. So imagine all of those good things that you just heard, and then combine it with wild orange. Wild orange is one of the most affordable oil doTERRA has to offer. This is like 250 drops, which makes me say 250 doses of joy in a bottle. So imagine this, like, sometimes you do these like exercises and people will say, close your eyes. And I'm not going to ask you to do this because you know what happens in a room full of people when they ask me to close my eyes? I just keep mine open and watch everybody else who closes their eyes. I know I'm not negative about it just because I'm like, what are they going to do when I close my eyes? And what are all these other people doing? And did they really close their eyes? Yeah, that too. I think my kids are going to be really shocked when they find out being a grown-up is watching whatever you want on TV and staying up late to eat the snacks. But I digress. So this little bottle is like, imagine if you're like in the break room at work or something, or even at the gym, or just, out at a picnic, and someone peels an orange. You might not even want to eat that orange, but the smell is what I want you to think of. What does that smell like? And even if you don't want to eat or taste the orange, that smell is like an instant effervescent pick-me-up in your mood. And that's how all citrus oils work. Lemon, grapefruit, lime, bergamot, tangerine. These are all excellent citrus oils that help to elevate your mood. And they're going to be the cheapest way for you to access those happy feelings in your brain just by opening that bottle and breathing it in. It's also a great cleaning oil. So if you want to use it like on your countertops or on your floors, this is going to be an excellent oil that's antiseptic, and it works the same way in your cells. It helps to kind of clean those cell receptors and allow your body to communicate more effectively. So if you were to take that cooling peppermint, that mood elevating citrus, put it together and breathe that in, this is the best first in the morning pick me up. and 4 o'clock pick me up, or on your drive home from work pick me up, so that you're not dragging or reaching for that Coca-Cola or that sugar. It's not the caffeine that I'm looking for, because I have essential oils. So if you were at home and you opened up an oil that you just love to smell, I saw Casey said she had rosemary. That's awesome. Jen, I'm going to totally call you out and recommend you open up one of those oils from that box you just got from doTERRA and tell us what you think of it and which one you chose. And then let's talk about what oils actually are. I'm going to try this screen share, and you guys let me know if this is going to work. You're going to see, the first thing that you're going to see is probably my, hold on. Let's see if that'll, there we go. It's probably going to be my desktop. So you guys will see what I see. But then let's jump right here. So here's what essential oils, right? Most of us are going to be used to this typical Western modern approach to healthcare. And I think for most of you who are here, you might agree that you've had an experience in the healthcare system that just wasn't exactly what you wanted. And sometimes it's because we can't tell them the whole story when we go in, but sometimes it's just the process of getting people through the door, getting them something to fix it, and moving along. And often we're just dealing with symptoms. So if you can take a hot second in the comments and let me know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. I don't want to keep you in the dark. Can you see what I see, babe, in the comments? Like if you're on your YouTube? Okay, cool. Okay, so we're dealing with symptoms a lot of the time. And instead, when we use an essential oil, see that happy little wild orange there? When we use an essential oil, the bulk of our attention is going to the root cause. So some of these questions that you guys asked, oils for teething with babies, oils for postpartum care. Oh, girl, you are in the right spot, because we are so those people. When you're talking about essential oils or food or anything that is going to get to the root of an issue, then those symptoms are going to be minimized. And that's really what we're looking for, is addressing a root of an issue so that it begins to be well from the ground up. If that's something you guys would see as valuable, then I'll keep talking about it. But I don't want to bore you with stuff you don't care about. So just give us a little emoji if you want to hear more about dealing with the root cause and how that can help your symptoms be lessened.
Well, and I feel like, Cal, you know, like you were saying, we kind of have that ambulance society, like
that's so good
mentality in our healthcare. Like, oh no, something's wrong. Quick, how can we fix it really fast?
Right.
Over time, we're finding that we're not actually solving the problem. We're simply putting a quick little Band-Aid, giving it a few stitches, but maybe there's still something underneath that wound that hasn't been addressed. And I think that's something that's why being on a team like this is so valuable, because you have people who are going to work with you to help you find that root cause. We don't know everything. Right. We don't know, like, but we have a team of people. You'll be on a team of people who are an incredible wealth of knowledge and information to help you identify what those root causes are.
Yeah. And it's a good time to probably pause just for a second, because you guys don't know us from Adam and Eve, right? We are new to you and you are new to us. So we invite you to just ask hard questions if you've got them. But I also want to just encourage you that we're actually a part of a team of people with lots of medical professions. So I don't consider this as Western medicine or like natural solutions. It's really a both and conversation. How do we integrate the two? How do we use essential oils as that first line of defense so that you can be a parent of an 8-year-old and that's the first time they've ever an antibiotic? They haven't been on it for every little thing since they were infants. And if you don't have kids yet, I would just like to let you know that that's kind of the system that we've been operating in. And it's starting to veer away, where that's not our first solution from a doctor every time. We believe in doctors. We are thankful for them. I have my sister alive today because of incredible medical team and the goodness of God and his mercy over that story. I just know that we can make that work even better when we have this natural solution first. So let's take a look just a little bit further, because for most of the time, I told Carrie this the other day, I was like, man, when we left Katie, sometimes we'd walk into a room and that whole room would know what essential oils are. And we might talk to someone in that room and they'd be like, oh yeah, my friend so-and-so enrolled me with doTERRA and I love it. And it turned out that that so-and-so was someone that we enrolled with doTERRA. So it was like 6 years ago, though, we would walk into a room and no one knew what an oil is. So just in case you're that person who's never heard of an essential oil, don't know what it is, this is what we're talking about. So oils are just plant-based. It's different than an olive oil, different than a coconut oil, because it's not going to have any of those fatty molecules. Essential oils are just aromatic oil sacs extracted from a plant. Sometimes it's the bark. Sometimes I'm focusing right here, y'all. Sometimes it's the leaf. Sometimes it's the flower, all different parts of the plant. But these are all plant-based oils. We would call this like the original apothecary. A lot of our modern medicine comes from isolating and synthesizing, making synthetic versions of these plant-based solutions. Essential oils are really unique, even compared to what you might be used to over the counter, because of this structure of essential oils and their ability to work with the body. So essential oils are this like tiny little molecular size, and because they're lipid-based, they can pass through the cell membrane and address issues even in the cell, which is unique to essential oils compared to something you might have gotten over the counter, and what you might be used to for solving those things like head and neck tension that Carrie described. They're really potent. I have a hard time getting my kids to drink a lot of cups of peppermint tea to soothe their tummies, but I don't have a hard time diluting it with a carrier oil, which we'll talk about in just a second, and then applying it right to their belly. And that soothes their little tummies. It's pretty awesome. And then Bo asked this question because not only does he troll with trashy questions, but why is the purity of an essential oil helpful?
Good questions too.
Yeah, some good ones too. So I'm going to let Carrie take on these three, and I'll just pause for a moment to tell you this. If you've purchased $5 lavender before at the grocery store, you got a $5 bottle of lavender. There is no judgment here, guys. I am the mom who used Clorox Anywhere spray literally everywhere. On my kids' toys, on the floor, at the grocery store, in my house, everywhere. So our aim tonight is that when you know better, you would do better because you have the tools, right? We love that quote, and it's a great quote. But how many of you have learned something and then never applied it? Knowing better isn't always doing better unless you're willing to apply it and have the tools. So this that we're talking through tonight is just a tool to help you understand that when you have a cheap product, not only is it probably a really poor product in the bottle, but along the way, the company that sourced that oil to you did not do it ethically. Even if you were to get a pure bottle of essential oil, there's no way the cost of production could warrant that price. So you're either shortcutting a person along the way, or most assuredly yourself. And that $5 bottle of lavender is probably adulterated, likely on purpose. Over 90% of the oils on the market are adulterated oils. And that was from a study done at, I want to say, Roseman. I can't remember if that's the right name of it. If I got that wrong, you guys can totally send me a message and I will make sure I get it right. But there was a study done in the last 2 years, and it was over a wide range of different essential oil companies. And it came back that 90% of the oils that they tested were adulterated. And that's an indicator for sure at the price of your oil. We'll tell you in a minute about what doTERRA does uniquely that makes your dollar go farthest with this company. But you're already using essential oils probably in some way, shape, or form. If you use, if you've used a Glade plugin, now they come with essential oils. If you've used a hand soap, like a natural hand soap, a Meyer's hand soap, it's going to have essential oils in it. If you've chewed peppermint or cinnamon gum, it's going to have essential oils in it. But we're really looking right here at doTERRA's quality of oil. Your oils are going to get to you after having gone through over a dozen tests. And by the time they get to you, they're going to ensure that that peppermint is going to be cooling consistently with every bottle you use over time. doTERRA is the most tested and most trusted because we source our oils globally. We work directly with growers so that they are getting a fair wage and on purpose, out of an ethical worldview. doTERRA sources their oils, over half of them coming from undeveloped nations. So we're not just talking about an up and coming nation. We're not just talking about a nation with a stable economy. We're talking about Somalia and Nepal and Haiti, where we know that our partnership as a business can do the most good. Our contributions outside of essential oils go to ending human trafficking, go to standing up for women in impoverished nations so that they get a fair wage and get fair education. So your dollar does go farthest with doTERRA. And that's what essential oils are. Carrie, can you hit us up with how we use them and maybe how you use them even most frequently in your house?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so for those of you who joined us with a drop in your hands, you actually already experienced 2 of these. So one of the ways we're going to use oils is aromatically. That's when we rub that oil in our hands and we breathe it in. And it goes into our airways. And those molecules are going into our system and actually affecting our cells. So we can do it that way. Aromatically also includes your diffuser. So using a diffuser is one of our favorite ways to use oils because we can do it consistently. Yep, there it is. That's one of my favorites. Because with essential oils, you're not looking at a massive amount all at once. You're looking at a small amount consistently over time. A great way to do that is using a diffuser. So I don't know if you heard my kid hacking out there. We just had a little crud in the house. So during the day, we have oils that support proper immune support or immune response. We have oils running at night that help to clear the airways and help them to get that good night's rest even amidst that. So that's one of the reasons we love using a diffuser is it just keeps going. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about continuing to do it. The next way is when you saw me rub that oil on the back of my neck. When I use peppermint on the back of my thighs, I'm using it topically. This is an excellent way to use oils. We often do this with our kids as well. An oil is going to be absorbed through the skin and into the bloodstream. Just like when the doctor gives you an antibiotic cream or anything like that, it's the same idea. Instead of putting something into our body, we're using it on the skin to absorb into the body. When we do that, we typically, with peppermint or wild orange, like Kelly and I just did, sometimes we'll just do a straight drop. Often we're going to take and always with our kids, we're going to take as a carrier oil. Fractionated coconut oil is our favorite around here. And we're going to mix that with the oil. It's going to help to add those. Kelly had mentioned that there is no fatty molecule in essential oils, which means they evaporate quickly. So adding that fatty coconut oil or whatever carrier oil you're using, adding that to your essential oil is going to weigh it down. It's going to hold it onto the skin so it absorbs better and covers a bigger area. And like I mentioned previously, you don't need a lot, you need a little. So when you're diluting, it helps to make your oil go farther. So we're talking about 250 drops, 250 doses. In this little guy, you're putting it in some coconut oil, you're gonna get that to go farther as well. When we use topically, I like to use on the back of the neck, down the spine, feet with little ones so they don't get it in their eyes. When we have tummy issues, we just put it right on tummy. I've had a lot of soreness lately, and I'll just put it right straight on the muscles that are bothering me. And then the third way that we use essential oils, and this is going to be specific, I'm going to speak specifically to doTERRA's oils. Please do not go to Walmart, buy oils, take them internally, and then come back to me when you're not feeling great, and say that I told you to do it. I did not. We're speaking specifically to doTERRA's oils when we're talking about internal use, and it's only on some of them. So when I take an oil internally, like with peppermint, honestly, I'll just drop it on my tongue for a quick little, it's like Altoids on steroids.
Yes.
Right? Like it's totally amped up. Or we love to even take soft gels, like a veggie cap, and add some oils in there to boost our immune systems, and for cleansing internally as well is another way we'll do it. Some people love to drop some lemon in their water during the day. My mom makes this awesome ginger ale, like fresh homemade ginger ale. You take some sparkling water, half of a lemon squeezed into it, a drop of ginger, a drop of lime, and some liquid stevia. So,
Lori, if you're on, drop that recipe in the comments. And you use the soda stream too, right? That's what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
Really
and good. You're not getting the sugar. So when your tummy is not doing great and you need to even that out a little bit, ginger, everybody drinks ginger ale, or most people know that ginger ale is recommended. Well, with the sugar that's in it, it's really quite terrible for you. But when you have actual ginger oil, I learned that there's a molecule in ginger. Do you remember this? Molecule in ginger that can actually interfere with the receptors in our body that make us feel like we're going to lose our lunch.
Toss of cookies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you're getting actual ginger in there, it's awesome. And it's really yummy.
Totally awesome. Yeah. And I think here's something that most people, like, you spent so much time on aromatic and topical because that's what we're really using most. So if you ever have a hesitation about one of these modalities, you simply don't have to use it, because just like aromatic, just like topical, and just like internal, oils are going to enter into your bloodstream, like Carrie told you, like the way that you use it on, your head and your neck, just that back part. And if you've ever needed a neck massage, Carrie is the person who will beat you up and leave you so grateful that she took time out with you and injured you. But it's really true that just through, especially those places where the skin is more thin behind, behind the ears, the wrists, down the spine, these are great areas, points of absorption for you to use your essential oils topically and aromatically. And that's usually our first line with all of our essential oils. And then based on some specific needs, we may use oils internally, or if you just really enjoy it in your beverage. Like, I am a fan of Topo Chico and lime, guys. I don't think that's a secret here on this channel. You guys probably see me with them pretty frequently. And Carrie and I have had
tequila.
I was gonna say, Carrie and I have had plenty of conversation about how lime oil makes absolutely every cocktail taste better. Amy Zimmerman, if she's on, taught me about orange oil in your beer, and that's legit. Yeah, it's so good. We had an omission IPA, I think it was, and it was legit good. So I'm going to come back to our comments, guys, so that I can make sure that I'm answering these for you. But here's, I think, a list of what we've talked about. What oils are, how you can use them are usually the top 2 questions, I think, I don't know, that we get all the time, Carrie. Is that pretty fair that those 2 are the ones where it's like, how do I use them and what are they, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's come back. Oh, Lori, I love you so much. You are putting the best recipe for ginger ale right in the comments.
When she says stevia to taste, liquid stevia.
Yeah.
That powder stuff is
So gross.
liquid stevia.
So gross. Liquid stevia for sure. Jaton, honestly, that graphic that I was looking at is just, if you type in the natural solutions guide from doTERRA, that's all it is. This is what we would teach you if we got to see you guys face to face. Okay, so we've got questions. Oh, good, Jen. I'm so glad you have been using those oils and loving it. That's awesome. Can't wait for your member overview. You're going to have a great time. And we'll record it so that you can have it to come back to. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We've got some oils, like specific ones you guys asked about. I'm so glad. Let's start with the simple ones. So, yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Okay, so we're talking oils and babies, and I love this question in Keiichi because I'm like, yes, get that baby girl. It just makes me so happy. Because when your friends have babies, it's kind of the most magical, wonderful thing. Like, you like it even better than when you have babies because you didn't actually have to have the baby. So that's the reason I'm really, really excited for you, but also just really excited for you to have a baby. So let's take a look at this. Oils in newborns, relaxation, sleep, energy, waking up, kind of like how do we use oils on a daily basis? So let's imagine this. I'm not going to ask you to close your eyes because you know how I feel about this already. So oils in the day of a life of a newborn mama would look like this. The first thing you would do in the morning when you actually wake up rested because someone maybe took the baby for you in the middle of the night. Like if you have a noni like I do and she comes and stays with you for 2 weeks, which is a blessing. But you're going to get up in the morning and you're going to grab that wild orange, peppermint, and frankincense. You're either going to put it in the diffuser or you're just going to put it in your hands like we did at first. The wild orange is going to help elevate the mood, even if you didn't sleep super great. The peppermint's going to promote alertness. It's going to help you to focus. And then the frankincense is going to be absolutely all things. These are 3 oils in your kit that you can use every single morning. And that frankincense is going to help your immune system. It's going to help your mood and kind of mellow you out. There's a reason we gave it to Jesus. There's also the benefits to like just your brain function. So you've heard me teach tons of times how your head, your heart, and your gut are all connected. That frankincense is going to help absolutely every single area. And when we can cleanse cell receptors so that they're actually communicating effectively with one another, you're going to see that your body is functioning at an optimal level, as optimally as a newborn mama can function, right? Then you're going to have this delightful spray. We're just going to call it the aftercare spray. If you're a woman, you know what we're talking about. And if you are a woman who's never had a baby before, or have women who are speaking into you who have had real babies before and not just on TV, then you're going to know that you need some aftercare spray for down there.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, please message us.
Yes.
Don't have a baby without knowing.
No, and Kelly Couch had a great presentation with us last week on oils and babies. So you want to go back and watch that video. But here's what this spray is like. And Carrie and I have each used these respectively, not in the same time and place because we're just not that close. But this is going to be the same frankincense that you have in your kit, melaleuca or tea tree oil that you have in your kit, lavender that's going to come in your kit. And then I like to add helichrysum in with this mix. It's in a base of coconut oil. And I add about 2, I think it's probably equal parts frankincense and Usually frankincense and melaleuca are equal parts, so about 20 drops in a 2-ounce bottle of coconut oil. And then I add 10 drops of helichrysum and 10 drops of lavender. All of these oils are going to restore the skin. It's going to help cleanse the area. And it's also going to help just kind of numb any discomfort. The coolest thing about this is if you don't use the whole 2 ounces, which most people don't,
But wait,
this is exactly.
more.
But wait, there's
more.
right? So I use this exact same spray as my baby diaper spray. So if your baby has a rash or if it's a little sensitive to the diapers that they're wearing, this exact same spray is going to soothe their little irritated bum.
But
So
wait, there's more.
Right? Well, how else would you use it, Karen?
If you don't use it, I mean, you will. You will use it all. By the time that's all over, you'll use multiple bottles of this. But when you have some left over and your baby is out,
Yeah, that's true.
diaper, that becomes your out spray.
Perfect owie spray. Now, here's one thing that I want to invite you to is consider the value. So we can talk about like the long-term issues, like, hey, I spent a lot of time and money in the doctor's office because of these recurring minor things that, man, if I had an essential oil that could solve the problem. Now, remember how we talk, guys. We're not doctors. We're not diagnosing you. We're saying if you had a little like home care that you could try out, and if it doesn't work, still go to the doctor, guys. I'm not going to tell you not to, but I'm going to say a lot of times this is going to solve the problem before you ever get there. But when we're talking about mixing this spray, or we're talking about using this energizing pick-me-up, we're really not only talking about doing good for your body, but also for your wallet, because in your kit, you're going to get those 250 drop bottles. That's a 15 ml of essential oil that you just saved money on, because all of those oils that I described are in a very expensive baby balm that I used to buy before I used essential oils. Well, it was gifted to me and then I repurchased it once. But I use those oils now all the time in a lot of versatile ways that if I just had the baby balm, it was just going to cost us money. So you're saving your body and you're saving your wallet. And then later on in the day, as you have maybe adjusting back to all of the good foods that you can eat. I had gestational diabetes with one of my babies, so we did not do sugar for the last few months. And as soon as Finley arrived, I think we vlogged this, no joke, the day she arrived, 2 people brought me pie. And later in the week, someone brought me an entire pie. And it's because I advocate for the pie in our town because it's so good. But my stomach was upset. So I took the DigesTen from my kit and I started rolling that on my tummy. Now, this isn't something you would need to use with your new babies as often. Probably when they're a little bit old, 5 months, maybe you might start using DigesTen more frequently, unless you have kids where the alternative is we've got to do something heavy duty in order to get their indigestion or whatever's going on with that digestive tract. Then you could use DigesTen as that first line of defense. And we've seen it work with a lot of young babies. We just dilute it extra. So babies aren't just small grown-ups, right? You can find some really simple solutions for them, like a Roman chamomile, or even trying lavender right on their belly. And then if you need to, use the DigesTen. But this is an incredible soother. And if you're not a mama, then this is great, especially for holidays when you're eating all that crap, but you can't stop because you love dark chocolate mints, right, Carrie?
That's great.
What else would we use as a mom with a baby, like in the day, as a day in the life, like as they get toward maybe even bedtime or the afternoon? Like, what else would you use? I know we've both used oils with our last babies.
Yeah, honestly, we haven't touched on lifelong vitality. Should we go there?
Yes.
Now or later?
Yeah, I would say that too.
So lifelong vitality are awesome supplement set of 3 different supplements. Honestly, I recently told Kelly, I was like, this is the biggest mistake I've made in my business, is not telling absolutely everyone on our team how awesome these are. When we are taking these supplements, and I'll talk, you know, I'm the mom in the house. So when I'm taking these, I feel like I have more energy during the day. My mental clarity is greatly improved. And you guys don't know me. So I'm a mom of, I run a business. I'm a mom of 3. They are 3, 6, and 8. We homeschool, and we homeschool. I'm home with my kids all day. The mental clarity is a really big deal. A really big deal for me. So better mental clarity. My husband is an electrician, and he was the one I guinea pigged on these, and the difference in his overall pain levels was extremely affected. And so that's why we take this. So whenever there's a mama who's like, I don't have energy, honestly, anymore, this is the first place I go.
Yeah.
Like, we want to start with healthy cells. So I'm sure you've heard Kelly say this a million times. The oil that is in this bottle is going to work. Like, science tells us why it's going to work. But when you're starting with healthy cells, it's going to work better. So again, we're getting back to the root of an issue. We want to address things from ground up. Mm-hmm. We want to, because it's going to work better long term. And it's going to give you an actual solution. So typically this is where I'm going to point people. If you come to me and ask me about a chronic issue, I'm going to point you here and to probiotics. Like, we're going to start with supplements.
Yeah.
That's my little soapbox. I cannot say enough wonderful things.
I think that's great. Let's start with what they are. So we're going to tell you at the end how you can get this for free. It's not a gimmicky thing. It's just for people who are just now getting started with doTERRA. If you have a membership, just enjoy how great this is, and you get this at a really ridiculous discount when you order it as part of your loyalty program. But if you're brand new, this is available to you for free when you get started, and then we'll tell you about more of that. But this is why you want them. So this is a whole food nutrients, this Microplex VME. It also comes with kind of like, consider like as a comparison to a Centrum or something you might see at the grocery store. Like, if you take a multivitamin, this is going to be your replacement. It's going to have whole food nutrient, so your body actually recognizes it as food and can absorb it. That's really important. If you are peeing out most of your vitamins that you take from the grocery store because it's this hard little packed, heated thing that your body doesn't know what to do with, then you're literally peeing money down your toilet. Let's not do that. The next is Z-Omegas. This is your omega fatty acid complex. So it's going to have essential oils and omega oils that are critical for brain function. And if you're taking this while pregnant, it's going to be helpful for brain development for your babies. So this is a great option. It's going to have fish oils in it, but if you like the vegan version, it also comes with a vegan version at a slightly higher price. And with all three,
we were talking like mamas, postpartum, when I started struggling with postpartum depression, the first thing my midwife told me was to increase my omegas.
Awesome.
So just a little.
Yep.
So
you would normally take 2 of each of these in the morning and 2 of each of these at night, which may sound like a lot for someone who never takes supplements. I will encourage you that if you are 25 or higher, you're probably about to hit that time in life where you wish you'd started taking supplements, and know that you can take them now, or you can take a wide variety of some more challenging pills later in life. So you've got these 2 that we've covered. I actually, because of what Carrie mentioned, I've been taking 3 of these Z Omegas in the morning and 3 at night for at least the last 2 years. And it wildly changed my experience post Finley compared to what I've shared many times here post Ella, and how dark that season of life was for me. Fish oils, Jesus, friends, community changed everything for me.
Well, and
So mamas,
one of the things that's important to point out about it too is it's not just your omegas. It has those essential oils in it as well. It's going to have that frankincense that impacts your brain, your mental clarity. It's going to have clove and some other ones that drastically reduce free radicals in your body, which gets us to the hero of the 3, which is the alpha CRS, which is
the powerhouse, quite literally. So alpha CRS is that energy that Carrie was talking about. When you have healthy cells to begin with, your body's going to produce more healthy cells. So looking at this, it's so important to have cellular vitality, because this is giving your body, think like 7th grade or 9th grade biology, chemistry. This is going to be giving your body a triphosphate group right to that little mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of your cell. And then your body, it's energy, your body itself, and not just sugar or caffeine, which is really critical because those are both immunosuppressants. So that's the biggest word I probably use in this whole presentation, is things that we take into our body that keep our immune system from functioning properly. So critical, the connection and opening our eyes to the body as a whole, what we put in it, what we put on it, what we observe with our eyes, what we give our attention to, what we set our thoughts upon, all affect the wellness of our body, which in turn affect our ability to walk out our calling. So that is always going to be something that I preach in a class like this, that you are made for more than just sitting in front of your computer or going out and paying bills and coming home and regretting all the things of the day. Set your mind higher, set your eyes farther, get your body aligned with the way that it's meant to be. This is something that can help. It's not the be all end all, but this is something that can help. And Casey asked about oils for kids with skin issues. Get the gut in order. There are some hormonal things that we're just going to experience as we go through those very awkward teen years. But I will tell you, lifelong vitality is the foundation for so many things. It also has a money back guarantee. So if you get these and you don't love them, you can return empty bottles at the end of the month, and you can still get your money back from doTERRA. I think it's because they believe so much in this product as our #1 selling product of all of our oils and everything. Lifelong Vitality is the #1 selling product. And I wish we could take a whole class. I mean, honestly, we may just need to do a whole class on like gut health and cellular health with products like this, because if you're getting the proper amount of nutrition in your diet, these are just going to supplement, right? We don't need these to be complementing our McDonald's microwave diet. We need this to be something that helps support a very clean diet for our body, so that our body recognizes food and supplements as fuel. So I know that that's probably not what you guys wanted to hear about in an Essential Oils 101 class. Casey says, I can't take them at night because they keep me awake. Yes, absolutely. I definitely take them before your night shift. Here's the way that we take them. I take 2 in the morning. Actually take a few other supplements to help with digestive enzymes and my probiotic on an empty stomach. They're more effective that way. And then I take the Lifelong Vitality, usually with food, 2 in the morning. And remember, I add on a Z Omega. Then I take them either around dinner time, because I'm usually up pretty late, like 11, sometimes 12 o'clock. Bo's glaring at me because he's like, whatever, it's sometimes 2 o'clock. And I usually take them late. Or I will take the second dose right before bed and go straight to bed. If you're going to take them and then linger for about an hour, I would not recommend taking them that night. I would take them right before bed, or I would take them at dinner time. That way it gives you time to wind down. Because remember, it's not caffeinated, but it is energy from that cellular level. I hope that's
I do my first dose in the morning like you do, and then I take my second dose between noon and 2.
Oh,
So-
that's great. Noon and 2. Yeah. Do you do that even if you're out of the house?
No.
No.
And I usually forget.
But you homeschool, right? Yeah. That is like a whole nother world because we're mostly home by noon and 2 because people need naps or something to eat. But you can.
my time.
Yeah, that's my time. So I lifelong vitality it up. I know I have a sacred hour. I don't know if I've told you guys that, but we call it the sacred hour at our house. And it's right after lunchtime, and I send everyone to separate spaces, and no one can talk. I mean, they can sing or do whatever weird thing kids do, but I don't let anyone talk because I say everybody needs quiet time, you and me, because I love them.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense. Okay, so any questions about lifelong vitality? We've gone over a lot of oils, soothing, calming, relaxing lavender. Here's one that no one asked about. And again, I said I wasn't going to bore you with stuff you don't care about, but this is a like legit one. Carrie, can you talk to us about seasonal threats and the oils that people might use when the seasons change, when we get that beautiful yellow film over our cars in Texas, when we, I don't know, what are the other things that happen?
So I'm standing on the tree house with Noah, right, in the backyard. I look down, like you can see through all the backyards, down to where this trash truck is driving down the street, goes through a tree. The poof of yellow was, I think my eyes got this big, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. It's crazy.
It's like the color run.
And it made me run to my oils.
Good.
So
which did you run to?
In that situation, we run to lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Lemon is citrus oil, so it's highly cleansing. Peppermint's going to open those airways. And lavender is our biggest one for helping with all the things that come with seasonal threats.
Yeah, that's great.
So for the kids, we use it topically. I like to use it on their glands, actually, like over their lymph glands. And sometimes if it's diluted enough, I tuck it in their armpits because you have a lot of lymph glands in your.
Yes.
And then for John Michael, for my husband, he honestly just takes the bottles and drops them in his.
He was like a big part of your, like, not conversion to essential oils, but like the success stories you guys had when you started, right?
Oh yeah, because like the week that I met you was like we had just been talking about going other avenues to help him find relief, even though he didn't want to. But it was so bad for him. It hit him probably 6 months out of the year, and it was terrible. I've never seen anything like this. And between lifelong vitality and lemon, lavender, and peppermint, he really doesn't struggle with it much at all.
That's so great. I love that. I think that's the thing. Like, that's the reason is not because we feel like there's going to be this, like, we're going to have a flood of people who join our team and we're going to be millionaires. It really is because essential oils solve problems that happen. It might just be fed.
Yeah.
And instead we give somebody a little bit of hope for something that could change.
Right.
That's awesome, Kara. I love that. Okay, so I think we covered most of the questions. The Botters asked, can you take lifelong vitality on an empty stomach at night? I don't recommend it. Not because it's going to hurt you, but you just might have some burps and it doesn't taste super good. But I will say lifelong vitality has some essential oils that help to be a tummy tamer. It just changes, not changes, but depending on the person, you might have, a stomach that's like, gosh, I'm burping up essential oils all the time. You might not mind it. I kind of don't mind burping up the Zendocrine. I know that's weird.
Oh, I think that's disgusting.
I know, but I don't mind it. I don't know why. I think because I really need it when I take it, so I feel fine.
Did Bo drop the drawing form? The
I
link?
think we need the giveaway link posted, babe. Mm-hmm. Oh, another one that I was going to add on for seasonal threats would probably be the very last thing that we haven't talked about yet, because Carrie talked about deep blue for head and neck tension, sore muscles kind of thing. But the last two in your kit that we haven't talked about would be the Breathe Oil, which is all things seasonal allergies, right? This is going to be peppermint, eucalyptus. I think there's lemon in this as well, cardamom, oils that help open up the airways, cleanse the airways, and help you feel like you can breathe more deeply. And that's really critical when nothing in Houston dies, right? We're now realizing I'm allergic to grasses that I was never allergic to in the city, and that's because they grow really tall here. So Breathe is the next one. And then the last one, we looked at On Guard for immune support. That would be when you roll down the spine. Really excellent for babies and moms, especially at the beginning, to help just support your immune system. But oregano is the last one that most people don't know what to use it for. But I will tell you, you're glad that you have it when you need it, because this is like a huge, strongly antiviral oil. So huge for immune support, especially in the seasons. Like we just passed up a really big compromising season where, you know, we're all shut in the winter. We're sharing each other's germs. There's less time outside, less vitamin D. Our bodies are just going dormant in the winter, even if you live in warmer states. And oregano is going to be the oil that you won't need all the time, but you'll be really glad that you have it when you need it and don't need to like, oh crap, we're not feeling well. Let me order this and wait a few days for it to come. So we've talked about all of these as kits, but we want to make sure that we don't again, bore you with stuff you don't care about. So we have like 19 people watching still. And I want to make sure that if you have oils that you need, or you've heard something tonight that would be helpful for you, just drop, let's say like drop your best emoji in the comment and say, hey, so that we'll get with you either one-on-one or we can send you a link right now. But we want to make sure that we're helping as many people as we can. And if you guys know us, you know pressure on this thing. You can use any oils that you need. We just happen to think doTERRA is the best. And part of the reason is because of things like you're seeing right here. Carrie and I, we love essential oils, but quite frankly, when it comes to this, like we just care about helping people get what they need. And if what you need is support, then you're going to get people like us. You're going to get the two of us here as soon as your oils get in to help you open up those bottles. Jen, who's on here, just have her membership overview scheduled for this week. We're going to open up those bottles and create a plan on paper so that you know how to use those oils. Then we're going to plug you into our Facebook group for customers. We're going to make sure that you get into our exclusive oil camp, which is so much fun. Coaches like us post every day for about 10 days, and you get really familiar with using those top 10 oils that we have from doTERRA that come in most of your kits. So once you get started with oils with us, this is the beginning of a conversation that we're having right here. And then it continues over and over. And we just want to get you connected with a community. And what you see right here is what that community is all about. Real people helping real people feel better. And it's our joy to get to do that with you. So let us know how we can help you, Bo, because you want to be a cowboy. Again, thanks, babe. Again, with the great comments, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So make sure you hit that giveaway so that we can send you a past tense. And remember, if you are getting started with oils tonight, then we're also going to send you our favorite keychain with these tiny, happy little bottles that you can fill with your oils so you can take them to the office, to the gym, put them in your baby bag. Make sure that you have your oils when you need them because they're going to work best when you actually use them. Bo does need a 10-gallon hat, Renee. You know, I was at the Tractor Supply today and I almost got them. What did you say?
But no.
Yes, he does. Actually, he needs something with a wide brim so that he doesn't get a sunburn. Tomorrow's his birthday, guys.
Like
Tomorrow's Bo's birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Everett said he's going to be 73, right? And then Bo said, oh, we need to work on your dyslexia.
Obviously, I don't know how to say that.
Bo's dyslexic. It's kind of like you can't make fun of your mom, someone else's mom, but you can make fun of your own. So Bo cracks dyslexic jokes all the time.
I'm picturing more of like a wide brimmed, like a farmer bow hat. Like
Yes.
not a cowboy bow hat, but like farmer bow.
He has one that's a little bit like it's got the brim, but it's a beat up old Walmart hat, I think.
Ooh,
So
Renee is turning 40 this month. Happy birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday, Renee.
40 is
Hey.
a good one.
Yes, and you know what, Renee? Cindy's birthday was this month too. Brooke's birthday is this month. Hey, we've started a whole new comment thread.
So
All right, baby. Tell me anytime you're ready, and I'm going to get that random.org pulled up. Okay. Ready? All right, Jen Griza, here you go, girl. Past tense is yours. I'm going to mail you with your keychain because you just enrolled last week. So we're good to go, girl. I'm going to send you some of that. And I have your mailing address already, so don't sweat it. Usually I'd have someone email me, but I've got your address already, Jen. All right.
okay.
Freedom using Farm and Arbor. Hey, glad you're here. Yeah, thumbs up to all the May birthdays. Jen, you're there. You're the winner, girl. All right. Any questions that we didn't answer for you? I think we talked about energy. I think we talked about lifelong vitality. And here's how you get it for free, because we hadn't mentioned this yet. So if you're getting started with one of the kits that we described that has those top 10 oils, the two that I recommend are the Home Essentials Kit and the Family Essentials Kit. Let me tell you why I like the Home Essentials Kit best. And the Family Essentials Kit is still a really great starter. I think this is great for someone who wants to get started with oils but doesn't want to break the bank. It's got the top 10 oils in the smaller bottles. So instead of this 15 ml, the top 10 oils in your Family Essentials Kit are going to come in this 5 ml. So the 5 ml is like 80 drops. This is about 250. And the reason we like the Family Essentials Kit is because it's a great, like, dip your toe in, don't break the bank, get started, and actually get those solutions in your home. Then we like the Home Essentials Kit because the bottles are bigger and it's about 3 times the amount of oil for less than twice the price. And the best thing is it comes with a diffuser. And the diffuser with the discounted kind of bundle in that kit winds up being for free. So because it's a bundled kit in the Home Essentials Kit as well as the family, but the Home Essentials bundled discount is going to get you a free diffuser included in that kit. So it's just a great value, and I love those the most. There are some larger kits, so if you like a larger kit, we can totally get you started with it. But this is the kit that Carrie and I probably sell the most of, and I think that it's a great variety of oils so that you have what you need instead of needing it and kind of like what Carrie was saying, like this ambulance sort of society where we're just reacting, right? Instead, having those oils are going to help you address some of those concerns that you have with maybe the way you solve problems right now in your household of health, right?
Well,
How
I don't know about you,
go ahead.
Kyle,
Huh?
but I said I don't know about you, but for us, it like removed that like, oh my gosh, you're getting sick. Like, oh my gosh, this just happened. Like,
Right.
you know, because we just had solutions
Yeah.
for things.
Yeah.
And so we just don't panic. We just know what
Right.
to go to now.
Yeah, it's not active. It's like, hey, we've got something that we can try, especially for family kids. These things happen in the middle of the night. So there are going to be some more intense things that obviously you're going to follow the protocol that's already going on. But for most of these day-to-day things that come up, ear discomfort for your kid at 2 a.m, upset tummy trouble, those things, can be, we can use an essential oil to help with that. And I think that's a huge gift either to give your family or someone else, right? So take a look at those kits. Let us know how we can help you and we'll help you get started. So for example, if you have not gotten started with the oils, you can send us an email and we'll set up a one-on-one with Carrie and you, and you'll be on our team, you'll be on Carrie's team, and you'll get double support from both of us. So don't, what do we say? Friends don't let friends buy retail. If you're looking at either of these oils, a wholesale membership does not mean you're doing the business. It just means you're getting great prices. So compare it to Costco or Sam's Club, and those kits are going to get you a deeper discount when you very first begin. So I think that is.
Well, Bo wanted to know my stranded island oil.
Oh, yes. What's your secret island oil? And then tell us, what is your least favorite piece of equipment at the gym?
Oh, the stairs.
Ah!
The stairs. Being on the Stairmaster makes, like, it had better make my butt look good because it makes me want to throw myself out of that window fast. Stairs.
Why don't gym?
Okay, so my stranded on a desert island. It's not even necessarily the oils I like the smell of the best, but the oils that I use the most for things that I struggle with. I would have a hard time deciding between Melaleuca or tea tree and lavender. Probably.
Nice.
I mean, I would be devastated to go without peppermint. I would be heartbroken.
I think both.
But I use Melaleuca for so many things. Or tea tree for so many things. I use lavender for so many things.
Yeah.
But it would probably be tea tree. Would probably win the day.
Both saying with a very monocled look.
Wow.
Very surprising.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I think those are fair assessments, friend.
Yeah.
Carrie, thank you for being on tonight. Thank you for giving us your time. A, straight out of the gym. B, at the end of a long Monday, because Mondays are Mondays wherever you go. I honestly love Mondays. I hope we're making Mondays everybody's favorite day of the week. But thank you, because you have a lot of other places that you do right now, preparing for Cub Scouts and all the exciting things that are happening. And instead you are here with us. So thank you for sacrificing your time, pouring all your fun energy into these people, strangers on the internet, but it is such a joy. Like anytime I get to be with my bestie, makes me super happy. So thank you.
Makes me miss you. I want to be next to you on that sofa. And
we need to buy a house in the middle of where we live, like where you can drive a little and I can drive a little, and we just are there and we just hang out. Like, let's do that.
Totally.
I don't think anyone would mind if we just built dead center, just wherever that is, off the highway.
Come on, Bo, make it happen. Better together.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I say it, it's cheesy, but it's true. It's better together because you're here. Carrie and I would talk on the internet, even if no one listened. But it's way better when you guys ask questions. So thank you all for commenting, taking time to hit the thumbs up, making sure that when you come, other people are supported and encouraged. And what you bring to the table is uniquely you. So thank you guys for being here on your Monday night. We hope we made it the best day of your week. See you back here next week for Oils and Education.